It was Alfie Slater who led away, and a good getaway by Chase Fernandez, putting him into second spot as the cars accelerated down towards the first corner. For third, it was Ethan Jeff Hall, Henry Jocelyn and Charlie Hart right there as well as the cars sprinted their way up towards the Wilson hairpin. Lap 2, Slater seemed to lose momentum coming out of turn 1. Up the inside line for the lead went Chase Fernandez. Ethan Jeff Hall got second, and that was going to be the way it stayed to the very end. There was nothing that Ethan Jeff Hall could do about the pace of Chase Fernandez. Torin Byrne with front damage would head to retirement. And Henry Jocelyn, having been off the road, then had further dramas at the end of the lap. Jude Peters was another one that got roughed up, demolishing the marker board, but he in turn brought it home to 16th place. This didn't help Slater's cause either when Jocelyn attacked him and turned himself around, but then, in his zealotry to get going again, drove straight out into the traffic. There was debris on the racetrack and a lot of damage done to the front of the car that triggered a safety car period, on the restart of which Chase Fernandez was unstoppable. He was able to get a good restart and pull away. Slater went toe-to-toe with Charlie Hart, but in the end it was Hart that would go through and snatch the last place on the podium. Ethan Jeff Hall maintaining his championship lead to be second. This was the moment that did for Slater and put him down to fourth, but up front, unaffected by all of the drama, Chase Fernandez coming through to win Ginetta Junior Championship Race 1 of the weekend and a second victory of the season for him.
Quite a tough one. You know, a lot of our racing teammates to try and wiggle my way through. Knew it was going to be a hard race from the get-go. Didn't have the best start. I think I dropped to 6th at one point. Managed to get myself back into 5th, and then yeah, safety car kind of saved us a little bit really. Obviously picked off a couple in the last few laps and managed to come off with a podium, so really happy.
Two more races to carry on during the weekend, so hopefully you can move a little bit further forward as well.
Yeah, starting P3 tomorrow, so yeah, starting in a much better position. Hopefully can build on that race win for tomorrow.
Second place was really good. Obviously my teammate Chase won, so really happy for him, but it was sort of all about getting points really, and we did just that, so yeah, it was a great race.
You're coming off a back of a brilliant weekend though from a G-Festa as well though.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. We got double pole both days, won 3 out of 4 races and second place in the other, so it was a really good weekend and carrying that on into this weekend.
So you're keen now with 2 races to go to sort of maybe swap positions with your teammate?
Well, it doesn't really matter who finishes where, as long as we get good points on the board and we don't really wipe each other out, it'll be good.
Snetterton's a very big slipstreaming circuit, so that's obviously on your mind all the way through the race?
Yeah, the slipstream's massive around here, so that plays a big factor. Sort of working as a team and trying to push away from the others is very crucial, so we did that in the early stages of the race and sort of got a big enough gap where we wasn't really too contended at the end.
We worked really well as a team here, and I knew the pressure was there obviously because there's a car in my mirrors, but you know, we can work together and we pushed away and we've ended up with a great result there, a 1-2 for the team.
Snetterton's a big slipstreaming circuit. Were you worried that that they might get the toe on you?
Yeah, obviously I knew the main threats were going to be turn 1 under the bridge because that's where the big toe-in is. It's a proper toe fest around here. But yeah, I mean, it was all right. I managed to keep hold of it. Got a little bit of a gap on the last lap, which kind of eased the pressure off a bit, but yeah, sorted.
2 more races this weekend though, so hoping to do the same again?
Yep, we're on pole tomorrow morning. Hopefully we can do the same again.
So, a very good drive indeed by Chase Fernandez, converting pole position into that early race lead. Henry Jocelyn doing the attacking, but never quite being able to really make a proper move for race leadership. Ethan Jeff Hall picking his way through the battle pack behind. It took him a while to get through the traffic, but it was always looking as though he was going to end up close to the leading group with time on his side. Henry Jocelyn then briefly ahead on that first lap before Chase Fernandez was able to assert himself. And a little bit further back, Alfie Slater battling hard with Charlie Hart, and Colin Cronin getting in on the act as well. He was able briefly to move ahead of Hart. Ethan Jeff Hall wriggling his way through the traffic up into 3rd place coming out of the Wilson hairpin, and then finally, having got to the front of that battle pack, was able to try to make progress. Ruben Dan got a bit hooked up with Felix Livesey, and Ruben Dan's car, also given a time penalty for track limit abuses, would fall down the order. got a bit busy for the race lead as Fernandez defended from Jocelyn, and that gave Ethan Jeff Hall the chance to swoop round the outside. Second place was his, but he could never quite assert himself for the race lead, and that meant that Chase Fernandez would come through for not only a second win of the weekend, but a third win of the season in the Ginetta Junior Championship, with one more race to come this afternoon.
It was really good. It's not over till checkered flag waves. I made a big mistake under the bridge, but fought back from it. Missing out on a 1-2-3 yesterday because I went through an oil spill, but finally the luck's come and it's going well now.
It was an all-action race, tussling with your teammates. Do you feel that you could have got a little bit further up, maybe?
Yeah, if I didn't make the mistake, I would have been in the battle for the front. But yeah, I overtook Jeffers, Ethan, and he went back in. He was the faster car at that point, so I tried to push with him. Hart was just tracking me down the whole time, just chasing me, so I had to keep defending. Marcus did a great job staying out in front. Yeah, it was a good race overall for the team and for me.
It was a tough race. Obviously, starting fifth on the grid was always going to be hard. Top two sort of got a gap at the start, so had to get up to third and then close the gap. But a 1, 2, 3, and I think it was fourth for the team as well. So really happy for them, and our racing did a great job.
You were able to sort of pull the top two back. You obviously had a lot of pace still left in the car.
Yeah, obviously I was very quick. The top two were sort of working together, but I managed to close the gap. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the car felt. So yeah, it's great.
One more, so is it a case of going for that top step in the last race of the day?
Obviously, always trying to win, but sometimes it's better just to finish second and get the points for the championship and make sure we don't have any bad rounds. So it all depends on what happens.
A bit hectic there, but you know, we've managed to come away with a result. Home race for the team, and we've come away with a 1, 2, 3, 4 there. That's immense. It was nice to have Ethan up there with me. You know, I kind of eased off the pressure a little bit because you know, I work with him really closely. So it's nice to have him up there. That's my first double on a weekend, so I'm quite happy with that, and we'll go for the triple this afternoon.
Points. A quick look at the best bits of the third Ginetta Junior race. The original start had a far bigger grid, but not all got halfway around the lap. Chase Fernandez led away. Henry Jocelyn taking second, Ethan Jeff Hall right up behind him as they swept through the first corner at Riches. A little bit of contact in the pack, but worse was to come when they got as far as turn 4. Chase Fernandez, though, led. Henry Jocelyn second, Ethan Jeff Hall in that third place as the cars managed to wriggle their way down towards Agostini. But that's where Torrin Byrne got into the back of Archie Clark and sent him onto the grass. Clark coming across the road and clobbering Isaac Phelps, and then being hit himself again by Byrne and by Alfie Davis. With quite a bit of debris on the road, it was a race stop. We got going again where Chase Fernandez led. Ethan Jeff Hall had a chance to get the advantage. He did go through. Fernandez fell to third, but fought back impressively and retook the race lead and was therefore able to come through for a third victory of the season. The move for second came round the outside of Agostini, and then he was able to pick his way back into the race leads despite having to go rally crossing coming out of Agostini. And it was here, under braking going into Wilson, that he made that move. Ethan Jeff Hall gave him the gap, and Chase Fernandez needed no second invitation in order to take a 100% strike rate at Snetterton. 3 race wins for Chase Fernandez, who is most definitely back in the mix in the championship.
After struggling from the start of the weekend, and I think we found a bit of the problem now in the race 3, so yeah, really happy about what we could do in race 3.
And another 1, 2, 3 for the team.
Yeah, really good for the team and team points, so yeah, really happy and well done to Chase and Ethan.
Obviously it was cut short due to a red flag at the start, but it's still a mega race, and 3 second places over the weekend is a great result.
You've been fighting with your teammates all weekend, a lot of respect within the team. You looked all clean and some great racing.
Yeah, obviously 3 1-2s over the weekend, and then we just got a 1, 2, 3 in that one. So yeah, it's great racing with my team, and our racing did an amazing job to help us boys get at the front of the field.
On to Donington next for you guys. It's a circuit you've raced at before. Are you looking forward to going back to Donington?
Yeah, Donington, Donington should be a good race again. We had a bit of bad luck last time, but hopefully we'll be better next time.
Yeah, brilliant. Come away with a treble, couldn't be happy with that. Absolutely buzzing. The team have done a mega job all weekend, and yeah, it's great to bring some results back for them.
Obviously, a bit of an interrupted race with the red flag, and you had a bit of a battle with your teammate, but obviously made you work for this last victory.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, we've got major respect for each other, so it was a good race, that one, good fun, and it was quite a cool little like 5-6 lap dash at the end. Decent.
Move on to Donington. You've raced at Donington already this year, so you'll have a bit of data. Is that going to help you in your favour?
Should do. We were quick there last time. You know, we came away with win there as well, so hopefully we can do good as well.